You know the routine. Your dog flops heavily onto the rug, rests their chin on their paws, and lets out a long, dramatic sigh. As humans, we naturally interpret that sound through our own emotional lens. We hear the heavy exhale and immediately assume they are bored, judging our life choices or feeling guilty about a chewed-up slipper. Biologically, a canine sigh is entirely mechanical. It is a simple action where the dog takes a deep breath to expand and reset their lungs. If we rely purely on that isolated audio cue, we are misreading the situation. The sound of the exhale alone gives us zero information about how the dog actually feels. To understand the dog's state, we have to look at somatic communication. This is the dynamic system of physical postures, facial tension, and autonomic responses that dogs use to broadcast their internal condition. You cannot interpret a dog's vocalization accurately without first decoding the physiological state of their entire body. Take a look at this truly content dog. Somatic markers show zero facial tension. The mouth is relaxed with corners gently upward. Look closely at the eyes. They are soft and almond-shaped, with no white sclera visible. A sigh alongside this posture confirms true peace. But that exact same exhale happens under completely different conditions. If you withhold a treat, you might hear a sigh triggered by unmet expectations. Here, the sound is paired with somatic markers of active avoidance. The dog physically turns its head away from you, actively avoiding direct eye contact. You will also see downward postural shifts indicating passive submission, like dropping into a crouch or lowering the belly flat against the floor. In both scenarios, the sigh acts as a physiological punctuation mark to their physical state, confirming either true comfort or passive acceptance. There is a third category of sigh that functions as an autonomic stress relief mechanism. This occurs when a dog is coming down from a highly aroused or fearful event. Right before this type of sigh, you will see physiological signs of acute stress. Notice the ocular cue known as whale eye, shown here, where the dog's eyes round out and prominently display the white sclera. This high somatic tension is also visible in the face and ears. The forehead wrinkles tightly and the base of the ears pulls back near the skull. Once the stressor recedes, the dog must actively dissipate that built-up tension. They will often perform a rapid, full-body, wet dog shake completely indoors. They also display self-soothing somatic behaviors like displacement yawning. This wide, exaggerated yawn is a method to calm their nerves. A sigh that follows these specific autonomic markers is a biological mechanism used to regulate their overstimulated nervous system back to a baseline state. Understanding these signals helps assess mood, but changes in body language and vocalization can also indicate an underlying medical issue. This diagram illustrates specific postural red flags that point to internal pain. We look for a severely arched spine, a tightly tucked underbelly, and a heavy, downward-hanging head. There are also oral indicators of physical distress. It points directly to balance-altering conditions like vestibular disease or painful inner ear infections. By abandoning our human biases and learning the granular details of canine somatic language, we stop projecting our own emotions. Instead, we become accurate, responsive advocates for our dog's physical and emotional well-being.